You know, again, as I said before, being in your 40s and 50s and as you get older, there aren't too many good phone calls to get. When I got this phone call, it was one of the most exciting things in the past few decades other than my kids being born. And that sounds maybe tacky, but it just meant something to be part of something bigger than yourself and bigger than, you know, playing on the soccer field. It's something that I'm extremely proud to be a part of. And along those lines, to congratulate everybody being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm sure everybody thinks this, but it's just being a part of something bigger, and that's going to live on forever now. So it was truly an exciting phone call to get, something I'm super proud of, not because of, you know, a plaque on the wall, but just because I'm part of something bigger now. So it's pretty exciting.
As a player, Doug emphasized law and order whenever he was on the field, in every game, against every opponent. To him, the game was like a war, and he was going to take no prisoners. I always said, if there was ever a battle, Doug was the guy you would want to be next to. He thrived off pressure. His competitiveness inspired everyone, and he led by example with his quiet demeanor. Having him was like having another coach on the field, and his teammates responded, as evidenced by the successes.
There were two teams at this school that I think stand heads and shoulders above of the rest. 2006 and 1990. I think 2006 was probably the best team that we've ever had. 1990 was the most professional. You'd come to practice and you'd watch that team practice and you'd watch them play games, and it was almost like a business. And I think that started with the likes of Doug Kuhlman in the back.
We faced 4 unbeaten teams in the state tournament who had a combined record of 62-0, and we defeated them all. In the state final game, we played Beaver Creek in a scoreless tie. And after 2 overtime periods, penalty kicks were decided. As previously mentioned, Doug was our 5th and final shooter in a very pressure-filled situation where you could literally hear a pin drop in the stadium, and he scored the winner.
Then it was 0-0 the entire game. It was 0-0 you know, through overtime, and we went to a shootout, and you know, that excitement of that shootout, it's one of the best ways to win a game and one of the worst ways to lose a game. But we were fortunate enough to win the game, and turning around and seeing the fans and all the teams celebrate was one of the best memories of my life.
And the next day in the paper, the headline reads, Doug Kuhlman hits winning penalty, as in cool man, because that's how he played. Cool, calm, composed.
I would definitely thank Coach Kistner, just a huge part of my soccer experience throughout my entire life, and especially through high school years. My brother and father are a big part of this, obviously. They're not with us anymore, but their memories with us for sure. And you know, all my teammates. You know, soccer is one of those sports that the team itself has to perform well. And our team came together many years at Walsh Jesuit, and we were able to win states and be state runner-up another year. But the team was such an important part of my high school experience, and to thank them is extremely important to me. There's something special about Walsh Jesuit. You know, I wish everybody could experience it. I know a lot of people don't love their high school years, but for me and a lot of my friends, it was just a special time and a special place to be. So it really brings back good memories. I love coming here. I love seeing the school. I love hearing good stories. And it's just the overall environment. As you actually get out in the real world and you see what happens, you really take those lessons back, and you remember some of the things that were taught you at Walsh Jesuit. And being a man or a woman for others really means something. So as you get older, as we get into our 30s, 40s, and 50s, it actually means a lot more. And those lessons do not leave you. So The only thing I hope for is that my kids and others get to experience that. Without a doubt, it's being a man for others means a lot more as you get older and actually take those lessons with you throughout life.